So what we have discussed yesterday, last to last lecture.
Scan part testing.
Okay, very good. Scan part testing. Okay. So we have discussed the advantage of scan part testing also, right? There are certain advantages, and what are the disadvantages of scan part testing? Was hardware overhead, right? See, whenever you have to use the scan part testing, you have to use the additional hardware that is there. Okay, so that is the drawback. Okay, हार्डवेअर ओव्हरहेड म्हणजे काय की एक्स्ट्रा हार्डवेअर तुम्हाला डिझाईन करावं लागतं. दो इट हॅज सम सेव्हरल ऍडव्हान्टेजेस. ओके, it gives the better result, right? You need not to take care of testability and observability while design phase. Okay, there are several good advantages of scan part testing, but to achieve that advantage, what you have to do, you have to design and use some extra hardware, and that is the disadvantage. And whenever you are using extra hardware, different clock circuits, different synchronous circuit, right? So whenever you are using synchronous circuit, there is always clock skews are present, right? I guess you are aware of the concept of clock skews, right? It is it is related to actually the what you can say, the synchronous circuit. Whenever there is a synchronous circuit, there existence of clock skews are there. इथे हा क्लॉक स्क्यूचा कन्सेप्ट येतोच, किंबहुना प्रत्येक सिंक्रोनस सर्किट मध्ये क्लॉक स्क्यू असतात. You have to remember this. Okay, so speed is degrading, and what is the result of clock skew? Speed is degrading, right? कारण क्लॉक स्क्यू म्हणजे काय आहे की जेवढे काही तुम्ही what you can say storage circuit वापरता किंवा synchronous circuit, that means at a time once you have applied the pulse, that every synchronous circuit or the sequential circuit that is going to change its state. बरोबर आहे का नाही? सपोज तुम्ही 4 फ्लिप फ्लॉप सिरियल मध्ये लावले, तर एक क्लॉक पल्स दिली की त्या चारीची स्टेट बदलते, पण ती चारीची स्टेट ऍट अ टाइम बदलते का? नाही बदलत. देर इज सम डिले राईट, अँड दॅट डिले इज बिकॉज ऑफ द क्लॉक स्क्यू. त्याला क्लॉक स्क्यू म्हणतात. म्हणजे एवढं लक्षात ठेवा, प्रत्येक सिंक्रोनस सर्किट मध्ये क्लॉक स्क्यू हे प्रेझेंट असतात. अँड व्हॉट इज रिझल्ट ऑफ क्लॉक स्क्यू? Speed is degrading, right? So these are the disadvantages and advantages of scan part testing method we have discussed. Now today we are going to discuss about this built-in self-test circuit. Okay, now what do you mean by this built-in self-test circuit? What are different what you can say models, or you can say types of this built-in self-circuit that we can use? So all that thing we are going to discuss today. So actually, nowadays the complexity of VLSI circuit is goes on increasing, right? So within a small chip, right, there are thousand, or you can say million of MOS, CMOS are present, and but obviously complexity is much higher, right, as compared to the previous circuit. Okay, because now we are marching towards the nanotechnology and all that, and but obvious the size is, or the scaling factor is one of the important issue nowadays in VLSI circuit, right? Scaling factor means what? Within certain area, how many number of CMOS or MOSFET can be occupied? That is the nothing but the scaling factor, right? Or you can say scaling factor means what? As you are goes on decreasing the channel length as compared to width, but obvious number of MOSFETs and FETs obviously will be higher. Means within a small area, many number of MOSFETs or FETs or CMOS can be occupied, right? when once you decrease the size of MOSFET by using a scaling factor, right? So that is the concept of CMOS technology. Probably in next year, in your final year, you may have subject CMOS technology. So you learn all this concept better there. Okay. So for time being, just remember complexity of VLSI circuit is increasing day by day. Okay. Two, and what is now the effect of this increasing complexity? The testing becomes complicated and tedious job. जेवढं चिप लहान आणि त्याच्यावर जास्त कॉम्पोनंट तेवढं ते टेस्टिंग अवघड. मग त्यासाठी काय करायचं? You have some automatic or some advanced testing methods such as built-in self-test you have, boundary scan test you have, right? So we have to adopt this technology, right, to deal with such a complex VLSI circuit. बरोबर आहे. आजकाल आता ASICs निघाले, तुमची मोबाईलची चिप असते, राईट? ती काय टेस्ट केल्याशिवाय मोबाईल मध्ये बसवता येते का? नाही, टेस्टिंग इज देअर. मग ती टेस्ट करण्यासाठी विचार करा, जर का तुम्ही तुमच्या मॅन्युअल मेथड किंवा काइंड ऑफ इवन स्कॅन पाथ टेस्ट मेथडच्या सारख्या तुम्ही जर का यूज करत बसला तर ऑब्विसली time required is also large, or time it will take much time. And second thing is what, it is even not cost efficient, right? But if you adapt some built-in test technology or boundary scan technology, right, which are specially designed to check some ASICs, VLSI circuits, that will be always beneficial. It will save your time as well as it is cost efficient. Getting my point? So this built-in self-test is one of the technique, right, which is used for the testing of complex VLSI circuits, right? And overall complexity of the circuit, then test pattern generation, application. So it's okay, we can manage the time, but what about cost, right? These all are very cost, what you can say, expensive techniques. Okay, so we have to adapt some automation and automatic technology, right, that can be used to check these kinds of chips, these kinds of VLSI circuits, right, some ASICs, right, application. See, application specific integrated circuit and VLSI chip there is only one difference. It is general purpose, right? When you talk about VLSI, any FPGA circuit or any FPGA chip, that is general purpose. And the general purpose chip designed for some specific purpose, that becomes the ASIC, application specific. म्हणजे ती त्या ऍप्लिकेशन पुरतीच मर्यादित असते. आणि जनरल पर्पज म्हणजे काय, की तुम्ही कशालाही वापरू शकता. बट बेसिकली फंडामेंटल कन्सेप्ट इज सेम. Fundamental concept is same. There also we have used FPGA or CPLD. Here also we are using kind of FPGA or CPLD depending upon our application, right? To deal with such a complex, right, and what you can say, the highly dense circuit, we have to adapt some automatic testing methods such as built-in self-test is there, signature analysis is there, then boundary scan is there. So these are the techniques that are very helpful for dealing the complex or highly dense VLSI circuits, right? So now what are different methods of this built-in self-test technology? So first is a linear feedback shift resistor. Okay, now what is this linear feedback shift resistor? So it's a kind of flip-flop circuit, right, followed by the XOR gate, right? It's a storage element, that is nothing but D flip-flop can be used to store the bit. So D flip-flop is nothing but kind of storage element, right? And with modulo 2 adder, or you can say simply XOR gate. XOR gate can be known as modulo 2 adder, right? And why it is linear? So already in our previous sessions I have explain this concept of linearity in digital circuits. Okay, So linearity in digital circuit means what? At any time, right, the output generated by this D flip-flop, the XOR addition of any two random output is also a valid output, right, is also a valid output. If any digital circuit satisfy this property, it is known as linear circuit, right, in case of digital thing. In case of analog, you know, any circuit which follows the superposition principle, that is the linear circuit in case of analog. But in case of digital things, how you can identify the linearity? So any at any instant, right, the XOR addition or modulo 2 addition of any two outputs can be a valid output. If that circuit follows or satisfy this property, it is known as linear circuit. Okay, so it's a linear feedback shift resistor. So this LFSR technique can be applied in number of ways, right, including random number generation. It can be used for polynomial division. The same circuit can be used for signature analysis, then n-bit computing, right? So this same circuit you can use in many ways, right? Random number generation, polynomial division, then signature analysis. Many ways are there that you can use this LFSR circuit. Okay, and this LFSR you can arrange it in a serial way, or you can arrange it in a parallel way, right? You can arrange that storage elements, that means D flip flop, serially, or you can arrange that D flip flops parallelly. Doesn't matter. Okay, so depending upon your application. And what is difference between the serial arrangement and parallel arrangement? So there is difference between only in operating speed. कुठलं फास्ट असणार आहे सांगा? पॅरलल फास्ट असणार का सिरियल फास्ट असणार? पॅरलल LFSR फास्ट वर्क करणार का सिरियल LFSR फास्ट वर्क करणार? Can anyone? Parallel circuit फास्ट वर्क करेल का सिरियल सर्किट? Very good.
Parallel.
But obvious, parallel circuit will always work faster because we are getting the output at a time, right? We are getting the output at a time. So, but obvious, parallel circuits are always faster as compared to the serial one, right? So there is it doesn't matter you arrange the LFSR circuit in a serial way or parallel way. Okay, only difference between the speed. Okay, but the same circuit you can use for any ways, right? For example, polynomial division, generator, signature analysis, then random number generation, anything, any purpose you can use. Either you can use parallel or serial, doesn't matter. Only difference between the speed will be there. Okay, so this is about the first type of built-in self-test, that is linear feedback shift resistor. Then again, you can have this single input compressor circuit. Then you can have this multiple input compressor circuit, right? So actually this part is not for your syllabus, but for sake of your understanding, I have explained here. Okay, so these are the again kind of what you can say LFSR circuits only, right? Used for different purposes. Okay, just remember this thing. Then next and very important type of built-in self-test is built-in logic block observer, right? This circuit we have already discussed. Okay, so this is a built-in logic block observer, and you know, okay, so this built-in logic block observer operates in a 4 different modes. Okay, you can use this circuit in a 4 different modes, or you can say for 4 different purposes. Okay, what are those? So depending upon depending upon this M1 and M2, Okay, depending upon this M1 and M2, you can choose modes. Okay, हे जे M1 आणि M2 आहे, इथे जे कॉम्बिनेशन तुम्ही द्याल त्याप्रमाणे तुम्हाला मोड सिलेक्ट करता येतो. आणि बट ऑब्वियस आहे की तिथे जर का 2 आहेत तर मॅक्सिमम किती कॉम्बिनेशन असणार आहेत? 4. म्हणजे हे सर्किट मॅक्सिमम 4 मोड मध्ये तुम्हाला ऑपरेट करता येतं. राईट. मग पहिला मोड कुठला? सो इफ यू कन्सिडर द फर्स्ट केस, that is M1 and M2 is 0 0. Okay, for 0 0 it will operate in a scan part test mode. For 0 0 it will operate in a scan mode. Then what about 0 1? That means M1 is 0 and M2 is 1. M1 is 0, M2 is 1. That means 0 1. For 0 1 it will operate in a reset condition. That means the circuit will get reset for 0 1. Okay, then what about 1 0? That means M1 is equal to 1 and M2 is equal to 0. That means 1 0. For 1 0 the same circuit can be act as a pattern generator or signature analysis. म्हणजे 0 0 म्हणजे M1 0 M2 0 ते स्कॅन पार्ट टेस्ट मोड मध्ये वर्क करणार. 0 1 that means M1 0 M2 1 सर्किट रिसेट होणार. 1 0 that means M1 1 M2 0 the same circuit will act as a pattern generator or signature analysis. And the last case, that is 1 1, that means M1 is equal to 1, M2 is equal to 1, right? So it is a normal mode of operation, right? For 1 1 it is a normal mode of operation. Okay, now what actually this circuit performs in this different mode, that means normal mode, reset mode, then scan mode. Okay, so that we will discuss now. So in a normal mode, that means M1 is equal to 0, M1 is equal to 1, M2 is equal to 1. So in case of normal mode, the all storage elements that are used, that can be used independently by the circuit, right? म्हणजे नॉर्मल मोड मध्ये हे जे स्टोरेज एलिमेंट्स, म्हणजे हे प्रत्येक फ्लिप फ्लॉप जे तुम्ही वापरलेले आहेत ते प्रत्येक फ्लिप फ्लॉप तुम्ही इंडिपेंडेंटली वापरू शकता इन केस ऑफ नॉर्मल मोड. ओके, नाउ what will happen in case of scan mode? Okay, that means M1 is equal to 0, M2 is equal to 0. Scan mode मध्ये काय करतं? In case of scan mode, the storage elements are configured as a scan path. म्हणजे जे आपण मगाशी सर्किट बघितलं ते स्कॅन मोड मध्ये इथे बिल्ट इन लॉजिक ब्लॉक ऑब्झर्वर वर्क करणार. कधी? 0 0. फॉर 0 0 कंडिशन, that means M1 is equal to 0, M2 is equal to 0. It will work as in a scan mode, that means scan part test circuit. Okay, now what will happen in a reset mode? That means 0 1, M1 is equal to 0, M2 is equal to 1. Reset म्हणजे काय? It will totally reset the circuit. That means it will flush out everything, right, from that storage element, and it will bring that circuit to a initial stage. That means there is no any garbage data. Reset circuit, बरोबर आहे. जसं तुम्ही मायक्रो प्रोसेसर रिसेट करता, मायक्रो कंट्रोलर रिसेट करता, the same thing will happen here. So that 0 1 is a reset mode. And now what will happen in a signature analysis or pattern generator mode? That means 1 0, that means M1 is equal to 1, M2 is equal to 0. In that case, the same circuit can be configured as a pattern generator or signature analysis or LFSR. म्हणजे हे सेम सर्किट पॅटर्न जनरेशन, सिग्नेचर अनालिसिस किंवा लिनियर फीडबॅक शिफ्ट रजिस्टर म्हणून पण वापरू शकता. कुठल्या मोड मध्ये? फॉर 1 0 मोड. दॅट मीन्स M1 इज इक्वल टू 1, M2 इज इक्वल टू 0. 1 0 केस साठी हे सेम सर्किट तुम्ही पॅटर्न जनरेशन म्हणून वापरा, सिग्नेचर अनालिसिस म्हणून वापरा किंवा LFSR म्हणून वापरा, लिनियर फीडबॅक शिफ्ट रजिस्टर म्हणून वापरा. So the same circuit, depending upon the M1 and M2, you can operate the same circuit in a 4 different modes. 4 different mode मध्ये तुम्हाला हे वापरता येतं. ओके, So this is about the built-in logic block observer. Then the next thing we will discuss is signature analysis. Okay, so what do you mean by this signature analysis? So uh, in case of built-in self-test, right? So we have to compress some data, or we have to what we can say, compress some test results, or we have to compress some data, and for that purpose this signature analysis circuit can be used, right? So test compacting scheme, that means if you have say uh, 16 different test vectors, okay, and now if you want to compress that 16 into 8, so you can use different you can use this signature analysis circuit. That means to reduce the number of set, or to compress the number of set, you can use this signature analysis circuit. It will reduce the number of test vectors required for the testing purpose. Okay, so this is about the what you can say, signature analysis circuit. Now, this is all about the built-in self-test circuit. Okay, so three main techniques we have discussed. First one is a LFSR, that is linear feedback shift resistor. Then second one is a built-in logic block observer, and third one is a signature analysis. Right. So these are the main three techniques or three methods which are, or which can be identified as a built-in self-test. Okay, so this is about the built-in self-test. Now we will discuss some advantages of this built-in self-test. Okay, what are the advantages of this built-in self-test is there? So first advantage is lower cost, right? Because here we don't require any external hardware. Here we don't require any external hardware as compared as like a scan part testing, right? The testing circuit present itself on the board. त्या चिपवरच ते टेस्टिंग सर्किट असतं, म्हणजे तुम्हाला एक्सटर्नली काही कनेक्ट करायची गरज नाही, राईट? सो फर्स्ट इज अ लोअर कॉस्ट. देन इन सिस्टीम ऍट सिस्टीम हाय क्वालिटी टेस्टिंग. इन सिस्टीम म्हणजे काय? हे टेस्टिंग सर्किट त्या चिपवरच असतं. जी चिप तुम्ही डिझाईन करणार आहात त्या चिपवरच असतं. इन सिस्टीम ऍट सिस्टीम and again high quality testing means what? Accuracy is almost 100%, right? Faster fault detection, ease of diagnosis. Okay, but obvious in circuit टेस्ट असल्यामुळे फॉल्ट डिटेक्शन हे फास्टर असतं, आणि ते अनालिसिस करायला, जो फॉल्ट आहे तो अनालिसिस करायलाही सोपा असतो. दॅट इज द इज ऑफ डायग्नोसिस. देन reduces maintenance and repair cost at system level. Okay, so हे चिपवरच सर्किट असल्यामुळे ते सतत मॉनिटर करत असतं, वेदर देर इज एनी फॉल्ट, वेदर देर इज एनी फॉल्ट. बरोबर आहे, हे सतत मॉनिटर करत असतं. त्यामुळे रिपेअर आणि मेंटेनन्स कॉस्ट हा खूप कमी लागते, राईट? बिकॉज यू नीड नॉट टू टेक आउट दॅट सर्किट. बरोबर आहे, म्हणजे ती तुम्हाला चिप वेगळी करायची गरज नसते. मग ती टेस्ट करा, त्यातला फॉल्ट फाइंड करा, आणि परत ती चिप आहे अशी नेऊन बसवा. हा व्याप नाहीये, बिकॉज इट इज इनबिल्ट. त्यामुळे एकदा तुम्ही ती चिप फिक्स केली की टेस्टिंग पण सायमल्टेनियसली चालूच असतं. टेस्टिंग पण सायमल्टेनियसली चालूच असतं. अँड दिस इज द बिगेस्ट ऍडव्हान्टेज ऑफ दिस बिल्ट इन सेल्फ टेस्ट. ओके, सो व्हॉट आर द मेन ऍडव्हान्टेजेस? लोअर कॉस्ट. ओके, देन in system at system high quality testing, faster fault detection, ease of diagnosis, reduces maintenance and repair cost. So these are the 5 major advantages of this built-in self-test. समजलंय का सगळ्यांना? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is about today's lecture. If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Okay, now the boundary scan test. Okay, this last part is remaining, so that we will cover in next lecture, and in next lecture we will finish this revision of this unit. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now, otherwise we will stop. समजलंय का सगळ्यांना सगळं? Everyone understood?
देखो
Yes, sir.